It's election season at LaSalle, and everyone needs to cast their vote. Hello, I'm Erin Holly.
And I'm Sam Long. There are all kinds of fall events going on in Philadelphia right now for you to check out. You're watching LaSalle TV News, where the action never ends. And welcome to LTV News, where we bring you everything from 20th and Alany Avenue, Philadelphia, and the world.
There's a lot to catch up on in the next half hour, as Sam had the opportunity to interview SGA members Kira Spotto and Isabel Pope to talk about the upcoming elections.
Traditionally, November is a month dedicated to remembering loved ones who are deceased. LaSalle invites students, faculty, staff, and alumni to submit the names of your deceased family and friends to the university's ministry service and support group. The names will be placed in a basket in the chapel on campus, and the community will come together through prayer during masses and prayer services in the month of November. Everyone is welcome to celebrate the Feast of All Souls Day on Tuesday, November 2nd at 1 p.m. in the De La Salle Chapel. A special remembrance of deceased loved ones of the LaSalle community will take place at the end of the service.
Student Anand Thakkar, junior biology major at LaSalle University, is highlighted for his research and clinical volunteer work over this summer. Anand visited the home of a dying man of lung cancer in New Jersey over this past summer. Anand says the two played games together like crossword puzzles and enjoyed watching game shows on television. Thakkar aspires for a career as a physician and says that starts with care and soft skills, like those he applied to his role of hospice care over the summer. He also began working with LaSalle Associate Professor of Chemistry, Zeb Kramer, on a research project which focused on disordered proteins that have potential role in causing Alzheimer's disease. This is only the beginning for Thakkar, as he is already thinking about his next research project that will help his major in biology with his interest in finance and business in exploring game theory and behaviors associated with risk.
LaSalle sorority AST hosted a Pious Sister event recently, and LTV News writer Maria Johnson was there for the scoop. Check it out.
Students of LaSalle University get messy as sorority Alpha Sigma Tau hosts their annual Pious Sister charity event. Held from 12 to 3 p.m. October 7th in front of the campus's Union Center, the charity raised a little over $400. The proceeds will be sent to organizations which supply aid, resources, and funding to women in domestically violent situations. AST truly radiates a unifying, sisterly attitude that shone brightly throughout this entire event.
Hi, my name is Emily Hutchinson. I'm in Alpha Sigma Tau, and today we are doing Pious Sister for our philanthropy, which is Women Against Abuse. So to be able to Pious Sister, it is $3 for one and $5 for two.
So what made me want to come to this event today was the Sisters of AST were posting all over their social medias and whatnot, spreading the word of mouth about their event for Women Against Domestic Abuse. So it was a great way, especially with the pies, to come out. It's a fun way to get everybody involved and get people out here.
Hi, I'm Casey. I'm the president of Alpha Sigma Tau.
Hi, I'm Janelle. I'm the VP of Alpha Sigma Tau.
So today we're really excited to get back to our tradition of Pious Sister. It's something we've been doing for the past 6 years and we're really excited post-COVID to be able to bring the tradition back to LaSalle.
So today we both took a pie to the face to support Women Against Abuse, which is our local philanthropy, but our national philanthropy is Women's Wellness Initiative. And I think it was a great turnout today, and I'm really excited to see how much money we make to donate to them.
The Student Government Association at LaSalle held their executive board elections on October 22nd. The student body elected representatives for 5 positions on the executive board. Students re-elected Isabel Pope for student body president, who campaigned for better relationships between SGA and clubs on campus, as well as her feminine hygiene initiative from her prior run as president. Students also re-elected Emily Dorr for student body vice president, who campaigned for more transparency from SGA and more direct student input, as well as her diversity and inclusion initiative. Students elected Junie Murtis for Secretary of Academic Affairs, Mia Mattingly for Secretary of Business Affairs, and Nikki Aquino for Secretary of Public Affairs. We wish the newly elected representatives the best of luck and can't wait to see what changes they make in the LaSalle community.
LaSalle Student Government Association is back on campus this semester and is in the middle of campaigning for positions. Sam had the opportunity to speak to SGA President Isabel Pope and Director of Union Services Kira Spotto to learn more. Check it out.
Hello, everybody. I'm back for another interview this week. Today, I'm sitting down with Kira Spotto, Director of Union Services at LaSalle, and Senior Isabel Pope to talk about all things SGA going on this semester. So thank you so much, both of you, for joining me on Zoom today.
My pleasure.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
So first things first, can you both tell me what exactly you do?
Kira, if you would like to go first.
Sure. So my position here at the university is Director of Union Services, and I oversee all of the reservations and events that take place in the Union Building, as well as I was asked just recently to serve as the interim advisor for SGA.
Okay.
And I am the current student body president of the Students Government Association.
Okay, so I know SGA elections are coming around right now. I've been seeing it posted all over social media. Last year we weren't here, so I don't know if SGA was a lot different. I don't know what the interactions were like between students and the faculty and the school. I'm sure it must have been different since we weren't really here on campus. Can you describe to me what that was like a little bit?
Sure. So in terms of how SGA was able to, I guess, just operate, SGA thrives when we are in person, because part of what makes SGA fun is being able to connect with your fellow classmates, and even the small little conversations that you have before the meeting starts off to the side, like that's what makes SGA important and fun and great for our members. So being online was really difficult for us, switching to Zoom, because you can't have those types of small conversations and those interactions with fellow members while you're on Zoom. Even doing icebreakers was kind of a problem, because a lot of times someone would be talking and then all of a sudden someone else would be talking, and there would be lots of feedback and stuff like that. And then just in terms of initiatives and everything like that, having to do everything over email and virtually on some level was sort of easy, but on other levels it just wasn't, because I felt like a lot more people were having more meetings because of COVID. So it made it a lot more difficult in terms of scheduling and just making sure that things are being communicated appropriately, because things are just, in my opinion, done better in person in terms of tone and making sure that things are done in a timely manner. So that's just kind of how SGA was impacted this past year.
Yeah, definitely. So for anyone watching who doesn't know, can you explain what SGA is, what you guys do around campus?
Yes, so the Students Government Association is the direct line of communication from the student body to the administration. Our scope is very general, and we're actually working on pinpointing a little bit more of what our scope is this year. But basically, we just represent the student body and let administration know what's going on around campus and what students want and need from the admin, and what they can do to help improve the lives of students on campus.
Yeah, definitely. So like I was mentioning earlier, it's campaigning time for a lot of SGA positions. Can you explain what that process is like?
Of course. So normally the president runs elections, but because I was running this year, of course, that would be a conflict of interest. So our lovely advisor, Kira, helped us out this year with that. So basically for campaigning, there are a lot of requirements regarding things that you have to accomplish to get done. So for example, you have to have a petition for e-board members, that's 50 signatures from the student body. And then for class senator positions, that's 25 signatures. And then you also have to have a surrogate list, which is essentially a list of people that could possibly campaign for you on your behalf. And then you also have to have a campaign video and posters for both Instagram and around campus. approved by the Director of Union Services, which in this case is also our advisor. So that was very convenient. And then of course, there's the other types of qualifications, such as you have to have a certain GPA depending on which position you're running for. And you also have to go through Erin Kaplan and make sure that you're not on any sort of disciplinary probation or anything like that. But that's kind of how campaigning works. And then it's usually like a week to a 3-day long process. This year it was 3 days, with election day being on the third day from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Cool. So Kira, can you explain what that's like on the other side of the coin, kind of overseeing the whole campaign process? I know Isabel said that usually the president runs it, but this year you had to do it. Can you explain what that's like a little bit?
It requires quite a bit of organization, making sure each of the candidates that are running for e-board submit, like Isabel said, all the necessary documents to me, and they need to be timely. I asked all the candidates to be timely because, out of respect for me, and I have to involve other student affairs professionals. We run everything through the Office of Student Conduct to make sure that all of our candidates running have nothing that would be of concern and prevent them from holding an office, as well as I share all of the information with our Vice President, Dr. Gabby. So just being mindful of everybody involved, I did remind them to be timely and how important that was. There were no issues with any student conduct related things, so that was very good. And then, just providing timely feedback to the candidates. I wanted to let them know if they won, like right away, and if they lost right away. I mean, that's something that I felt was really important. So just making sure everybody was notified, and then, again, asking for all the candidates respect, not to post anything until everybody was notified, which everybody did. It was very well run. It was just a good experience. And then this week we have the class senator election. So Isabel will be running that much more than I will be involved. So, but I don't expect anything different. It'll be very similar.
Okay, awesome. Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad that things could be a little more normal this year. I know it's great having SGA back on campus. It's great being able to be in person and just do everything a little bit normal again. So thank you both so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to send it back over to the desk.
It's time for our first break, but coming up, some Philadelphia Film Festival news. Stay tuned.
Hello. I'm Siobhan Nolan.
Welcome back to On the Sidelines.
Hello.
Extinction is forever. To save America's most iconic and imperiled species from extinction, we must fight for their future. Fight to save the natural lands that wildlife call home. Fight to limit pollution. Fight for smart development. Fight for their future. And fight for ours. For so goes nature, so goes us.
Exposure to blue light can mess with your sleep and memory cycle, so make sure you limit your screen time at least 2 hours before you go to bed.
Make her want to do it. The 2021 Philadelphia Film Festival is well underway already. Every October, around 25,000 people gather for 11 days to watch over 100 different films. Films that are featured at the festival come from all over the world. The festival takes place this year from October 20th to the 30th. This year's festival will also mark the 30th anniversary of the festival itself. Lots of famous actors, directors, producers, and others will be present at the festival. Exclusive events inside the festival will take place for fans to meet them.
Looking for some family-friendly Halloween fun as the holiday approaches? Look no further than the Philadelphia Zoo. The Philadelphia Zoo is currently hosting their annual fall extravaganza, Boo at the Zoo. This event occurs on all Saturdays and Sundays in October and is still available to attend on October 13th and 31st. Patrons can show up in their Halloween costume, enjoy seasonal decorations and photo ops, and enjoy some fall festivities while exploring the zoo. Time tickets can be reserved at philadelphiazoo.org. Be sure to get the family together and enjoy some tricks, treats, and excitement at the iconic Philadelphia Zoo.
Philadelphia was ranked number 7 in rat problems for the second year in a row, leading the count with Chicago, Los Angeles, and New York. Since the closing of restaurants, there was a decrease in food and waste, which forced rodents to find new food sources. This created a concern for home and business owners because rats were seen more often and scavenging new places for food. Orkin recommends a few tips to prevent rodents in and around the home, some being not leaving food out such as grains and cereals, avoiding cluttered space and objects such as cardboard, maintaining tall grass and tree branches that are in contact with the house to prevent access to upper levels of your home. Look out for any possible entry points in and outside your house and seal crackers and holes.
Morgan's Pier in Center City, Philadelphia will be having its 7th annual Fall Festival this year from now till October 30th. The pier has been transformed into a scenic fall atmosphere with lots of hay bales, pumpkins, flowers, and other fall foliage. There will be live acoustic guitar acts and DJs for entertainment, and anyone who attends the festival will have their cover charges waived. Select events at the pier will require tickets, and making a reservation ahead of time is extremely recommended.
Broadway is back on Broad Street. Playing now at the Academy of Music, the hit show Hamilton. A year ago, the Kimmel Center Theater went dark from the pandemic. The hope is to fill every seat this fall as they are now open for full capacity. The theater plans to open 13 shows beginning October 20th through November 28th. Everyone over the age of 12 is required to show proof of vaccination, and if younger than the age of 12 needs to provide recent negative COVID tests. Hamilton is one of the most popular Broadway shows, so secure your tickets now before they sell out.
Well, Erin, all kinds of fun stuff going on, lots of fall festivities.
I know, right?
I know personally I'd love to hit up the Morgan's Pier event. I love that area
Yeah.
during the summertime. I can only imagine what it's like all spooked up for the season.
I know, I bet it's so much fun. And this Boo at the Zoo event I heard is really popular in Philly at the zoo. So that's definitely got to be a lot of fun for the whole family.
Oh, yeah. I have a friend who works at the Philadelphia Zoo, and he says the process of setting up for that event is just absolutely crazy. He says it can turn into a madhouse, but he says it's worth it once he sees everyone out there.
Yeah.
And how about the Philadelphia rat problem, too? I know you need to make sure not to leave your crackers out. You need to cover up all the holes in your house. I know it could be bad.
I know. I haven't had any rat problems in my house personally this year yet. Have you?
No, not yet, luckily. I know sometimes it can get a bit squirrely around this area. I've definitely seen some rodents in other places around LaSalle. But hopefully we drop down on that list a little bit, because I certainly don't like being number 2, that's for sure.
I know. That's not a good look.
Coming up after this last break, Wawa now has pizza?
Wawa pizza.
Oh my God, I swear, these sports show hosts just get dumber and dumber as time goes on. Like, I can't believe people are actually paid money, real money, more than what I make at my job to say this stupid stuff. Like, I can't believe this crap. Oh my gosh. I'm about to lose it. I'm about to lose it. Like, this is just, how can they even, like...
Hey, what you doing?
This stupid sports show. These people have no idea how the game of basketball is played. Not at all.
Hey, you're not you when you don't watch LaSalle TV. Here, let me show you.
Have much more left, but the only reason why for everyone else it's a one-year rental. Philadelphia here on LaSalle TV. I'm your host. All that and much more.
Feel better now?
Better.
You're not you when you're not watching LaSalle TV. To stay up to date, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Using meth taught me everything about freedom, only not like you think. It taught me how easy it is to lose your freedom, how meth can take control until you find yourself doing whatever meth tells you to do. Before you get there, while you still can, take a stand for yourself. If you feel yourself losing your freedom to meth, ask for help. Accept the help. It's worth it. You have the power to be truly free and be the person you want to be. I know, I'm Jan, and I'm free from meth.
If you or someone you know is struggling with meth, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential treatment referral. Learn more at samhsa.gov/meth.
Hello, 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 hello. I'm Siobhan Nolan. I'm Siobhan Nolan. Siobhan Nolan. I'm Siobhan Nolan. Welcome back to On the Sidelines. Hello.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has recently linked onions to a concerning outbreak of salmonella. On October 20th, the CDC reported that 652 people have been infected by salmonella as of October 18th. The infections occurred over 37 states in the U.S. and is expected to grow as more cases of the illness are being found. According to the CDC, red, white, and yellow onions from Chihuahua, Mexico, which were sold to restaurants and grocery stores throughout the United States, are the cause of the outbreak. As a precaution, the CDC advises to throw away any red, white, or yellow onions you bought that do not have a sticker or any indication of where they are from.
Popular chain Wawa is trying to further expand their menu again with pizza. Last tried in 2014, Wawa Pizza was a flop, but now it has been given a second chance. Last month, Wawa invited customers to its store on West Baltimore Pike in Media, PA, Delaware County, to test out the new 16-inch pie that can be made either plain or with pepperoni. The pizzas are now also available at the Drexel University Wawa at 36th and Market at both locations. Customers can only order a pizza after 4 p.m. After years of testing new products, some Wawa fans think they're doing a little too much, while others are cautiously optimistic for the new pizza.
The son of Superman and Lois Lane, John Kent, has officially come out as bisexual this past Monday on National Coming Out Day. DC Comics announced this unprecedented event will take place in the upcoming issue of Superman, son of Kal-El. Tom Taylor, writer for DC Comics, had this to say about the news. I've always said everyone needs heroes and everyone deserves to see themselves in their heroes, and I'm very grateful for DC and Warner Bros. Sharing the idea. Superman's symbol has always stood for hope, truth, and for justice. Today, that symbol represents something more. Today, more people can see themselves in the most powerful superhero in comics. Kent is set to begin a new relationship with fellow reporter, friend, Jay in the next issue of the series hitting stores on November 9th.
Well, Erin, where to start? Onion recall.
I know, I threw away the onions that I had in my fridge because of this concerning outbreak. I hope you're staying safe from these onions.
I am not much of an onion user myself, but when we were trying to talk about what stories to write this semester, much like Shrek, you mentioned how you love onions and how you like using them on everything.
I am a fan of onions. I do think they give a lot of food some nice extra flavor, but right now I'm staying cautious and not buying any onions because it's just too risky with all the cases.
Yeah, I was absolutely terrified for you as my co-host. I didn't know if you were going to get salmonella before the show with all the onions you eat. I was just a little worried.
I don't eat that many onions. You're exaggerating.
I know. And I'm also happy with Wawa Pizza coming back. I feel like that.
Are you going to try it?
It's not going to be good till after 11 p.m., but I'm sure it'll make for a fantastic late night snack.
Only on the weekends.
Only on the weekends. You gotta watch those carbs on the weekdays.
I can't say I'm going to try it myself, but you're going to have to let me know how it is.
And the story about Superman's son in the comics, DC allowing him to come out, I think is really great. There's so many comic fans out there. It's good that they're using some inclusion. I feel like every single person, regardless, needs to have some kind of superhero they can look up to, especially younger people. And having someone as big as Superman in the comics is just absolutely wonderful for them.
Yeah, it's really great, especially for the world that we're living in 2021.
Yeah, it's extremely inclusive.
It is. Well, that just about does it for this episode, but be sure to find us on the web as well as the rest of LaSalle TV on our Facebook page. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so tweet at us using our Twitter handle and start the conversation.
If you missed the scoop and want to see it, find our episodes on YouTube on our LaSalle TV Philly page.
Until next time, for Sam and the entire crew, I'm Erin Holly. Thanks for watching LTV News, where the action never stops.